to The Breakdown, where I break down some history and music and the genres and subgenres of metal and punk. Today I'm going to be talking about the French death metal band Gojira. Gojira, the progressive death metal band from France, was formed in 1996 and originally had the name Godzilla. The band currently consists of brothers Joe and Mario Duplianter, Christian Andrew, and Jean-Michel Lombardi. While in high school, frontman and guitarist Joe Duplianter formed a band named Eclipse. His little brother had already been in a couple of bands at the age of 12, showing his skills as a drummer. In the same year of 1996, they had decided to create a new band that followed a more technical style of their music. Around this time, they also had Christian Andrew join their band as one of the guitarists. In the near future after that, the band also recruited a bassist named Alexandre Cornelian, who was a friend of Christian. At this time, the band still didn't have a name yet, so they all agreed upon the rampaging kaiju, Godzilla. Around this time too, they had done their first gig at a place called Bayonne Bars. Now in the same year of 1996, they released their first demo, and in 1997. The demo released in 1996 was named Victim, and the one released in 1997 was named Possessed. With these newly released demos, the band toured southwest France. Soon after, in 1998, Cornelian had left the band. Now, they needed a new bassist, and they had recruited Jean-Michel Lombardi. After just 1 year in 1999, the band was successfully touring regularly and even had been the opener for bands like Cannibal Corpse, Edge of Sanity, and Impaled Nazarone. Now in the same year of the late summer, the band toured with iconic black metal band Immortal with 10 tour dates. A couple months later, in the fall of 1999, the band released their third demo, named Saturate. Soon after the recording of that one, they released another demo named Wisdom Comes, which was released in the year 2000. A year later, in 2001, the band faced legal trouble with the name Godzilla. They were forced to change their name, so they became Gojira, which was the original spelling for the Japanese name of Godzilla. Now, with their new name, they went to record their debut album named Terra Incognita. It was at this time when they were recording their first album, they needed all the help they could get. They asked friends and family for donations. And according to Joe Duplianter, the album took a really long time to record. It only took them 10 days to record it. All album recording and publishing was all independent, and no record label wanted to work with Gojira due to their unique sound. This forced the band to remain independent and make their own record label. They also became their own managers. They named their new independent label Gabriel Editions, and under this they released Terra Incognita. The album featured bangers like Satan is a Lawyer and Space Time. To promote the new album, the band went on tour with other French bands such as Scarve, Hurts in Silence, Nile, and No Flag. After touring with these bands, Gojira had to sell their album internationally, so they signed with a different record label to get their album out. Now in 2003, Gojira started working on The Link, which would become their second studio album. Now, the new album did so good that in the summer of 2004, they landed a gig at Fury Fest. Gojira's stage performance earned them fans around the shows they played from places like Belgium and Switzerland. That following year in 2004, they played a couple more shows where they played so well they were claimed to play with millimeter accuracy. Gojira plays with really odd and specific time signatures. A really good example of this is the outro to the song Remembrance on The Link. Now, after all the success, Gojira signed to a different record label named Monslip Labels, and later signed to another one named Listenable Records. After those signings, they started on their third album, From Mars to Sirius. The inspirations for this album, stated by Joe Duplianter, was other dimensions and spiritual seeking, and it took him about 7 months to write this album. Following the release of this album, the band teased it by performing songs off the album months before its release. They performed songs like Backbone and The Heaviest Matter in the Universe. Then in that same year of September, they finally released the album. The album had songs like Flying Whales, The Heaviest Matter of the Universe, and Where Dragons Dwell. With the release of the album, the band toured France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. And then soon in 2008, they released another album named The Way of All Flesh. This album featured songs like Toxic Garbage Island, The Art of Dying, and in another song they had singer Randy Blythe of Lamb of God featured on one of their songs named Adoration for None. Now, the next album Gojira released was Magma, which had songs like Stranded and Silvera, which are probably their most popular songs. Then 5 years after the release of Magma, they made Fortitude, which had songs like Newfound and many more. This was the last album Gojira had released, and there are probably many more to come. And they recently made a song named I Sayura for the Olympics that were held in France.